Good evening, everybody. My name is Windus Andar. Welcome, one, welcome all to another edition of Andar Plays. It's great to be here with all of you back on Something for 30. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, we are going to be playing Celestial Empire. It is the playtest version that we were invited to check out. So, I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to just give you guys a rundown of how the city builder actually works. So I'll show you the basics of building a city, and then we'll jump over in the remaining time to a city that I'm already building so you can see how cool the game can be. So let's go ahead and start Path of Immortals. I've actually been playing Thousand Wave Garden. I'll just yeah, I'll do Path of Immortals instead. It doesn't, honestly, in the playtest, it's not all that important which particular map you're doing. It's just enjoy the feeling, the amazing graphics, visuals that's there. Just immerses you in the environment. I'm not talking about this portrait of the governor, obviously. I think that little part needs to be redone. So let's do this. We'll take red and the horse, and we'll begin. You'll soon see what I'm talking about.
Proved strong enough to raise buildings as marvelous as divine palaces. However, challenges accompany every act of creation. A prophecy has been told. Menacing calamities threaten us, and only a true hero can put them to a proper end. Only will he be born in a glorious Chinese city that hasn't been founded yet.
Right. So we're going to be building civilization.
In recognition of thy incredible skills, he granted thou the important title of a new provincial governor. Step up, Nua's dear child, for behold, that is the destiny thou've been made for. First, your excellency, you must build a yamen.
Okay. So welcome to this beautiful city builder. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause the game so that you guys can just see. Actually, let's just go ahead and zoom out. And you can see how absolutely pretty it is. It is amazing to zoom in, and we can see how gorgeous this place is. There is a lovely mini map over here on the bottom left where you can see everything. Keep track of where you're headed. Look at how gorgeous this is. Absolutely gorgeous. That's the edge of the map, so we'll go back to the land. And the game actually does have a walkathon, like a walking mode, where you can go through first person mode and walk around. Look at this. Look at how absolutely beautiful this game is. It's luscious. Now, I don't know if the final version of the game is going to be like a super chill builder, or if it's going to be something that's an adventure with RPG elements or disasters and challenges and stuff, Ayla, Zeus, Olympus, those kind of city builders. But what I see right now as a chill city builder, it is very good. Just look at how gorgeous this is. And you can actually walk through your city and town just like Manor Lords. Okay, now that being said, I'm going to find a nice place to build. We obviously need some kind of water source because well, you kind of need it for your farms. Also, I would love to build in this valley, but our copper iron resources are like way over there. So that's going to be a bit of a problem, I guess, once we need it. But anyway, I'm just going to show you guys how this is going to work. So first, we're going to deploy our town center, also called Ayamen, gorgeous models. Now, the placement of these, I'm not entirely sure why the grid and the map don't look straight-ish. Maybe that's just the orientation. Maybe it's supposed to look like this. Oh yeah, it is straight that way, right? But yeah, when you look at it this way, everything seems to be diagonal. And that's kind of cute and cool. So let's put the town center over here. Let me make sure that everything is going well. I'm fine with all the tutorials. It's not a problem. So first we're going to build a couple of houses. Now what I like to do is I like to go into the housing tab. You can also use the quick action icons provided here. So I'm going to go ahead and select the peasant's cottage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build with one space for roads. I'm going to build... four is the ideal, a block of four, but you can go higher. So I'm going to build that. I'm going to build a couple more like that. Now, for the playtest, you get a ton of money that you can use. I assume that in a full release of the game, that would be a challenge. You kind of have to make sure that you're managing your cash well. Even in this playtest, when you are managing your cash, you have to be careful not to run out. It is easy to get into negatives if you don't make sure that you're managing your taxes and expenses properly. Okay, so we got that set up, and now what we need is a we need to provide for everything. Whether it's wood cutting, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's rice, whether it's markets, etc. Now, how do you actually do that in this game? The way you do that is by unlocking technologies. Now, to unlock technologies, though, we actually need to place inventors' workshops, which take advantage, as the road layout shows you, of the citizenry. So, for example, one inventor's workshop can house 200 citizens that it takes inspiration from to develop technology. So, we're going to go ahead and put this one here. Uh, I'm going to space it out just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to try to have like three, and we'll see how that goes. You want to try and fill up these
Your action.
invention shops with as many citizens as possible so that you can get a big bonus to the research points that you're generating here, the science points. You can also improve each building to reduce upkeep and thereby save on the taxes that you're spending. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into our science points, our research tree, which, as you can see, is very extensive. It's huge across like four distinct ages where you can unlock various buildings. So let's go ahead and unlock the first one, which is a market that we need. And we'll also unlock a forester when we get enough points, which is exactly right now. Let's go and get a forester. We'll go and purchase that. Now, what I'm going to do is attend to this dialogue over here. What is the problem? What do you want? Okay, events like this pop up in the game where you have to make decisions. A city resident clad in rotting rags, tarnished with mud, has asked for new clothes. I don't know if I can do that fast enough because I don't have hemp farms, which is what I need to clothe people. So I'm not going to do that right now. I don't care so much about their happiness at the moment because it's not all that critical a thing to manage. It is important. Happy citizens pay more taxes. Higher the happiness, more taxes you get. However, at least in the playtest, I didn't find that to be as much of a challenge to manage. Okay. So let's go ahead and build logs and planks because we're going to need logs for something. We're going to need logs to light fires in winter. We're going to need a forester to keep planting those logs so we can keep getting a good supply. So I'm going to actually land that over here. Um, as usual, you can enhance buildings for bigger range and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and put a lumberjack. Put one over there. We'll put one over there. We'll put one. Yeah, we'll put one over there. And we'll put one over there. Now, I know you're thinking, why are you shoving so many foresters with just so many woodcutters with just one forester? You can upgrade them to have more range and faster afforestation. So you can do it over time, right? So that's fine. Let's go ahead and get these guys linked.
Begin to dwindle.
That's all right. I'm gonna actually link this straight down the middle, so we don't have to worry too much. Yeah, that'll do. Because you want as few roads as possible in that area. The reason being, the trees are going to grow over there. Now we're getting science points, but I want to get afforestation. So I'm waiting for like 300 points to come up, and then things will be fine. Let's go ahead and build a warehouse. The reason being, you need a warehouse to get your goods transferred from one place to another. Now, the cool thing about warehouses is they do two jobs. They deliver stuff to the market, which then delivers stuff to the houses. They also deliver stuff from industry to industry. So you kind of need to watch out for how that works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, okay, your radius is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a warehouse here. So we can expand this warehouse later on or right now with extensions. And they will get additional carriers, wooden carts as we upgrade the building, and they will help the whole industry take shape and function, which is what we need them to do. Now, we also need to look at the rice, right? We need a food. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and set up a rice farm. So for that, we have the rice farm, which we will have over, well, you want the building to be close to where the roads are. So that is a thing. So we're gonna keep, okay, hold on. Yeah, we'll start off with over there. All right. And of course you need a road connection because, them's the brakes and all that jazz. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a granary in this spot. That is an inventor's workshop. So we need a granary. Now, I don't want this to be too far away. So I'm going to just because the granary has to cover the industries, right? So we're gonna put that granary over. Let's put it. Yeah, let's put it over there. I think for now that is enough. And then we're going to put in the fields that are necessary to run um, this farm. So I'm going to put it like this. I want it as clean as we can get it, actually. Yeah, that will do. Then what I want to do is I want to build a canal. So first we're going to build a river pump that takes water from the river, obviously. Gduh. So we're going to take it from there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run a canal. We're going to run it straight up here. And then, now they have actually simplified the whole canal system. I remember playing the first game and the first demo of this game, and the whole canal thing was a bit of a pain. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It wasn't great, but now I actually find it to be quite nice. So you can see it's spreading to the whole field is properly irrigated. So that is like really good. 80 out of 80 buildings have access to irrigation. I really like how simple the whole thing is now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the first improvement, which is hire additional workers. That'll improve productivity. And later on, there are different ways to improve that productivity further. So we got that. Those guys will do their jobs. They will grow and harvest rice, go to the granary. The granary is going to send it.
No pests, no rot, no waste.
Okay. The granary is going to send it to the market. Now, so we need that market to be built so that our people have whatever they need. Now, when you're building the market, remember that the market has a huge area of effect. So make sure that when you build it, you also consider the future planning of your city because you're going to expand the city, right? It's going to be much bigger. So you don't want to be in a position where you got to put one market here, one market over there, and it's all like a big convoluted mess. You really don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the market here so that I can continue my thoroughfare right out from here.
Must be divided wisely.
So let's go ahead and walk, and you will actually see how cool this. Look at this guy doing grandstands. Woohoo! Look at that. Nice. So you can actually go. Okay, all these people are doing headstands and grandstands. Like, are they okay? I don't know, man. Maybe there was something in the rice. Look at that dragon. I love how gorgeous this game is. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Love it, love it, love it. I can even go up to the shop, dude. Amazing. If they actually do more to this interaction, it would be pretty awesome.
There will come a time for heaven.
All right. Let's also add some industry. So the market will basically get food from the granary. It'll get items from the warehouse, which will then supply it to this market. The markets will then supply it to the houses, and then everybody will be happy. Now, why is that important? When you supply food and stuff to the houses, when you supply amenities to the houses, the capacity of each house increases. So for now, this house has like 13 residents. At max, when you fulfill all the needs, they have something close to like 22 residents, which is great when you're trying to save space. If it's at a premium, you want to save that. Okay, let's go to the forester. I'm going to start getting afforestation speed so we can get more trees planted faster, quicker. So that's going to be important. I'm also going to increase the range a little bit so that we get more trees out there. And yeah, that's about it. I think we're going to be fine for now. Let's also set up the first industry, which is sawmills. I'm going to set it near the warehouse because, again, if you're close to the warehouse, the advantage there is you have a smaller transport time. So goods get transported to and from the place very quickly. That is kind of important. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Why? So that it doesn't have a negative effect. Some industrial buildings have a negative effect on the housing, but the sawmill does not. But at the same time, I'm just thinking if I'm role playing, I want a situation where my houses don't have to be bothered with that. So let's take that reward. All right. Let's also go into the tech tree. They want us to get an altar. I will actually go ahead and research that. Then we should also get a shrine so that our people are going to be safe. So I'm going to build this altar. So you can see how gorgeous this game is. The visuals are amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. You can put the altar anywhere you want. It doesn't really improve or destroy desirability as far as I've seen. So what I like to do is I like to put it next to my council hall, my yamen. Put it over there.
Choose your godly
The
patron.
whole thing has a nice look to it. You have to choose between three gods, Aoguang, Nuva, and Wukong. I took Wukong in my first playthrough, which I'll show you guys later. We'll go ahead and take Nuva. She has a buff where she increases the number of people living in each house, which could actually be very cool if you're looking to get more and more people.
Your city is under God's protection. Remember.
Yeah, so if you're looking to save space and get more people in, especially on small maps, Nuva is actually a very good patron goddess to have. Why is this important? Once we unlock a shrine, I'll show you guys the divinity tree, which is pretty good. Let's get to like 100 tech points. We're gonna get there very soon. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the shrine. So we're going to go build that shrine quickly. Remember to cover all the houses when you install these shrines. Number one, it's a space management game. So you got to be a little bit careful that you manage your space properly. That's where the road comes out. I'm not going to build there. Let's build this to the side. You want to make sure that all your houses are covered by shrine access, much like the game Pharaoh. This game also has divinity disasters and stuff like that. So you want to be a little careful about how you do it. You can relocate certain buildings, but not your yamen. So that's important to remember. Let's go and build the shrine over here.
It's about time.
Yep.
You should place offerings on the altar so the heavens will judge if your city progresses in the right direction. Once the marvelous sacred building called the monument appears in the prepared place, it means that you're doing great and can proceed further on your mission.
It's always great when the gods come and tell you, hey, you're doing great, buddy. Well done. That's always good to hear. So let's push this over here. And now I will show you guys what all of this is about. So the shrines that you install, which are absolutely beautiful, by the way, let's see if I can get over there. Actually show you guys what the shrine is. Look at how pretty that is. Wow, that is so nice. They even have these animations playing out. Beautiful. That is beautiful. I love it. Can I go in? No, obviously not. Let's respect the gods. Now, the reason for that is you have the divinity menu, which is God's Islands. This is where the three gods live, that is Aoguang, Nuba, and Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. So you have the skill trees. You have the skill trees for each of the gods. You can also click on the same god's pictures to see different perspectives of the gods that the game provides. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to Nuva, and you can also see another skill tree, all of which you can unlock. So even if you choose a patron god, it doesn't mean the other gods are blocked to you. You can choose them, and then you can unlock their nodes with faith and whatever other resources are required.
Heavens and earth are united in my watch over you. Welcome, my child. Greetings, child of the earthly realm.
So that's cool. And then this guy.
Time is precious. Fear not, mortal. Remember that my time is precious. So you think the Dragon King of the East Sea should help you?
And you also have, apart from the skill tree, you have the blessings option where you can actually buy these cool blessing orbs and place them on pedestals. They will empower very specific parts of your town, as in reducing workforce, improving productivity, reducing needs of houses, etc., etc. All of that costs your faith that you can see over here on the top right corner, the faith points. And you also have miracles, which you can buy. These are time bound blessings or one shot blessings. What that means is if you buy the gift of food, you get 10 extra food of any type. If you buy the miracle of peasants' happiness for 20 minutes, all the peasants are going to be plus 10 happier. And you can also stop demon invasions and things like that. You can buy the really expensive stuff too. My point being, you got this entire menu. Let's open this. Oh, that's cool animation. I love that. It's so cool. Yay! Oh, that's so cool. You can also check out all the miracles that you can unlock using the individual gods tree. You also have the Emperor's Seal over here, and you got this opium smoking dragon. Yahoo! La 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 la. Okay, that's nice. I love the little touches that they've given to the different menus. It's beautiful. So that's the divinity menu. So you got to keep your faith points flowing. You got to keep your tech points flowing. And if you go to your town center, you can set the taxes. Now, here's the cool thing. The way this game works is, if your happiness is under 60, people will stop moving into your town. The lower it goes, people will start moving out. The higher it is, people will move in a lot faster. Now, it's up to you to balance your budget. You could go into a full trade economy where you're just trading and you don't charge taxes at all. That's a bit impractical. Or you can just make sure that you stay around 65, 70 happiness and just leave it like that. And you can charge your peasants and your citizenry a lot of money. So you have those choices there that you can make. Okay, so that's the lowdown for this game. You build structures, you build industrial units that actually work very well. Look at that. Let's see if we can go down there. Hello. Let me see what these guys are doing. Oh wow, look at that, dude. I have to say the attention given to each animation and everything is very good. It's not often you see something like this. I feel like they've gone after Manor Lords, or they've been inspired by it, and that's really, really good. And if a lot of this is original, that's like even better. Look at all this. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that's what this game is about. It's about manage your Chinese city, right? Now we got 5 minutes remaining on the clock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up another save game that I already have and show you guys what I was doing. So I was playing the Thousand Wave Garden. So let's go ahead and load this game. And let me show you guys where you can actually reach. Now, I've actually finished a lot of the Divinity projects. I've unlocked a lot of blessings. And what I have is a pretty good city right here. You can actually see that. We have built monuments and everything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just zoom in so you can see it. So we have the poor people, the peasantry over here. We have the second tier citizens who are the craftsmen over here. And the third tier are the scholars. I haven't unlocked those yet, but I am going to be getting there. You have statues that decorate your neighborhoods and build desirability. They are also different based on the tier of housing. So you have decorations for the peasants, and you have decorations that rich people like, which is obvious, right? That's how life works as well. So you got the Chue Tower over here that gives huge desirability bonuses in a large area around it, which is awesome. Same way, you got a lot of stuff like that in the game. These are the monuments that we have completed. Actually, see this lotus pillar, just beautiful. I got our temple over there, which is dedicated to Wukong. And we got our Yamen over here. So you can see that we have spread across, and we've also built bridges. And we have a fisherman's hut somewhere around here as well. They are fishing. See this guy? Just chilling out, grabbing fish. My friend, why are you fishing? Where are you pointing that rod? Dude, your rod is like on land. You're not gonna get fish on land. Anyway, those guys are fishing over there. Over here, we are smelting copper. We're actually mining copper. Then we are smelting copper into bronze ingots. Then we're going to the blacksmith and making tools. So you can see how well the game has done certain aspects of it. It is beautiful. This fishmonger actually creates fish fillets. So he's more like the fish butcher, you know. And that's taken to the granaries, which then supply it to the markets. So you see how beautiful this is. Upper class housing also has upper class temples. Like, for example, this big place over here is very, very cool. Looks grand, very well lit. And I'm also generating a lot of science points and faith points, as you can see, from everything put together. Now, with all of these buildings, one of the cool things that I can do is I can go to my temple. Oh, yeah, sorry. I can go to the Weeping Fountain Monument, and I can actually designate certain faith points to increase happiness in my city overall, thereby allowing me to keep the overall happiness levels up and taxes very, very high. So that means I get a lot of money in turn for being able to expend a lot of money as well. With 2 minutes to go, I'll just show you guys the trading function very quickly. My caravans are ready. It takes a bit of time to deploy them. We're going to do that. I've also purchased rights to trade tools and oxen. So I'm going to go ahead and select this city over here. And I'm going to say, let's put one caravan in here. And the resource we're going to sell is oxen. Okay. There are certain places where we can sell and buy from. The highest place to sell the oxen seems to be Shinwuchun. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. I'm going to sell. And I'm going to tell him to sell 100 of these. That is depending on the carrying capacity of my caravan. Or I could just tell him, use a smaller quantity and repeat the trade. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and he's going to go there. We'll create a new route as well very quickly for tools, which we will then sell to Jianggong Miao. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll sell it. We'll set like 20 or 15. We'll repeat the trade and accept. So we got the caravans going and coming over there. And this has been Celestial Empire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been a short demo. I might do other videos on this as well in case I progress further in the game and want to showcase it. If you guys like this video, go check out the demo on Steam. If you can access the playtest, enjoy it, wishlist the game. Remember to subscribe to this channel, show us your support, join our Patreon page. Your support means a lot to us, guys. And my name is Windus Andar. This has been Andar Plays Something for 30, Celestial Empire. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you all.